And let's call this one 1B, I guess. Managing expectations. This time we're talking about um, managing expectations with your friends. Because this is one thing that I have seen quite common over the decades and decades of me playing along on Facebook, okay? Way back since Net Zero was still popping off, right? Was it even out then? I mean, it doesn't matter. Oh, but one thing that I've noticed over the time of being on Facebook, that there have been many times when people have had issues in regards to how certain friends are not meeting the requirements that the person is preferring, so they feel like they're losing friends. And this is actually a very common thing because of, life situations, time go on, this, that, and the third. But the thing we're talking about here is the expectations. The issue we have here with other people and our friends is that our expectations of the people, because if we're going to give a lot of ourselves to our friends, we expect that to be reciprocated back to us so that we can all fully enjoy what's happening in the big friendship circle dynamic, regardless of who's married, who's not married, who's single, who has kids, who doesn't have kids, who has money, who doesn't have money, who feel like partying, who doesn't feel like partying, or whatever the situation may be. There are a lot of variables that come into contact or come into play when we talk about relationships dealing with our friends, and especially age dynamic, so many different variables. But the fact of the matter is, the level of expectation you have for your friends, for the current situation and how they interact with you, is always going to be, it only hurts you as much as it hurts you because of your low expectations. You're expecting the people to give out to you the kind of friendship and camaraderie that you want to give to them. And because of that, you expect it to constantly go back and forth in regards to living this big kumbaya circle of love and happiness, which unfortunately, we have so many people out in the world who are doing so many different things. That's not always something that is always viable. And I'm not going to say to expect all your friends to do something like that. It's a tad unrealistic. But that's why we have to pick and choose the friends that are able to give what we can do. Give to us back what we will give to them. And they said, life is a big roller coaster ride of ups, downs, emotions, time, money, everything like that. And it's easier to control your level of happiness that you're getting from your relationships. With your friendships, or relationships that are friendships, in regards to how you manage the expectation levels. Because, okay, perfect case scenario, let's say we have 3 friends, Tom, Dick, and Harry, all right? Tom is always consistently there every single time that you call or text. Actually, put his hand down. Tom, right hand. Tom's always here every single time you call, text, whatever. It gives you back in like 5 minutes of inhibition. You respond back to you. You guys talk all the time. Dick, of course, Dick's lower. Dick, he's there every now and then when you talk to him. But when you guys talk for a bunch, but then you may not talk to this guy for, 3, 4, 5 months at a time. So he's inconsistently there. Harry, Tom, Dick, and Harry. Harry, you give a lot of attention to Harry, but Harry never reciprocates it back. But every now and then, though, you and Harry have a nice, strong party night once every 6 to 8 months. And you might text a little before that, or a little after that, and then that's it. These 3 friends, Tom, Dick, and Harry, this is from my personal suggestions here. Tom, you should have higher expectations of having a more consistent relationship with him, simply because of the fact that he's more consistently there. And he responds back to you, and that a level of energy you should be giving to him, he's kind of reciprocating back. Our good friend Dick here, depending on your situations, you might want to talk to him occasionally here and there, because he's there, just not enough for what you currently want or seek. So your level of expectations for actually being there with him should be, let's say, like 20-30% lower than our good friend Tom. Except the moments when you get to talking, it could be a little higher until you feel it's going to drop off again. Okay? This guy here, our good friend Harry. Yeah, Harry's not here. Unless Harry's talking to you, don't expect nothing from this guy. Because if you keep constantly giving this guy so much energy and expecting him to come back up to this level, only thing you do is hurting yourself. So at that situation there, you should constantly only think about just enough to keep the friendship where it's at. He's not a guy that you should be calling consistently, because you're going to end up wasting your time and hurt your own feelings, your thoughts, because you have high expectations of this guy coming back to you faster. So in these situations here, boop, boop, boop. The only thing that's really hurting you in the situation is your level of expectations for each party. Not the fact that you are still giving out all your friendship out to these people at about equal levels, or at least are trying to. And that's a problem. The problem there lies with yourself, not with these people. Not saying that they're not in the wrong for not reciprocating what you want, but in regards to you and your own personal happiness, what they do should not dictate how you feel. Because you should expect these people, expectations, to not be there enough to support your needs emotionally. So actually, perfect case scenario, and that's, like I said from the first one, my own personal level of expectations. See, me personally, when I deal with, how's the best way for me to phrase this? I don't have expectations of people, generally speaking. My level of expectations are low. Okay? I keep my expectations for what I expect from people to be very low. Excuse me. So that when people do things like show up, I'm thrilled. When people do things like help me out, I'm fucking ecstatic. But do not misconstrue it though when I say I keep my expectations low. I am not in any way, shape, or form negative. I don't think at all, in any way, shape, or form, anything bad about these people because my expectations are low. I generalize everyone to be very low for expectation for them doing things for me that I need. I'm a very not needy person. So when I say this, like I said, the best way to describe myself would be I'm an optimistic realist. If that makes logical sense to you. I'm always happy. I'm always looking to things to be better. But realistically speaking, I know this tends not to be the case. I don't discriminate with my realism. I expect everyone to let me down. That's why I keep my levels low. When people are actually there for me, I encapsulate everyone to certain levels of where it needs to be. So wherever they're going to give me is where I expect them to be at. But I expect them also to let me down. So, like I said, it's confusing when I say it out loud, but when you understand exactly what I'm saying, it makes complete logical sense. And it does a lot in regards to my own emotional standing and my own mental state of mind. I don't expect people to go all the way for me. When they do, I much appreciate that, and I show them great gratitude. Pick them up, hug them, do that whole ballerina, ice skating, dancing shit, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But it makes it a lot less stressful for me personally when I don't expect much from anyone. So, actually, it's one thing a long time ago, people would ask you, why am I always so happy when I see someone I haven't seen in a long time? Because I expect everyone that died or something like that moved on and never see me again. So when I see you back again, hey, my man, good, you're still alive, fantastic, you're not in prison. Oh man, great. See, that's kind of things. Like my level of expectation, I keep low. I don't, like I said, I'm not negative though, because like I said before, having low expectations can have you being a negative mindset, which causes you to actually act in a very negative way more often than not. Can't be negative. Negativity is the bane of all positive existence. Negativity spreads. I don't believe in that. Don't do that. So, all that being said, I'm gonna let that one go for now. And I'll touch back again with relationships and friendships and stuff, or expectations and blah 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 blah. So, as always, my friends, stay classy. We're gonna change the world one person at a time, starting with you. Make a wish.